always look at the greatness of somebody and ask yourself, what can I do to bring the best out of this person? So it's people development. We believe in people. We cannot do things alone. If you don't trust your team, you don't trust people, you don't trust your partner, you don't trust the speaker, then nothing will happen. You start with trusting people first. Wow. So most important is, you know it is a controlled risk. You have to trust the process, trust the universe, that all will be great. We evolve from starting as a core team and grow. Along the way, definitely we face challenges in the area of people, recruiting people, finding the wrong people. At the end, whom you trust did not turn out the way you wanted. And of course, some consequences were there, happened. But again, so what?
A strong and independent woman is something to behold. She pays her own bills, buys her own things, and she doesn't let a man affect her stability or self-confidence. She is a soul-rich woman. Are you ready to be rich doing what you love? Be on purpose and in control of your life again. At For Women Who Love the F Word podcast, we will be openly talking about getting more clients online, getting recognition as the leader and female entrepreneur, and also the F word, being fabulous, having freedom, and financial independence. It's time to own and love the F word. Welcome to the show. Hi, I'm Janisha Alora, and welcome to Soul Rich Woman TV, for women who love the F word, being fabulous, having freedom, and financial independence. Today, we have a really special guest with us. She's really amazing, inspirational, and has done so much work to build a global business impacting more than 100 million lives. And her name is Veronica. Veronica, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so actually I'm very curious. How do you even get started, into this track of business that you're doing today?
Of course, first of all, thank you for having me in this interview, or to your viewers. We never really planned what we want to do today. I think it all started in the younger days when we stumbled upon personal development, that going to a program in working on yourself in the area of personal development shows you the possibility of life, that you can be more than just going to school, get a job, and then that's it, So I stumbled on personal development and realized that there's more to life, more to work, more to what we do. We can be better and bigger. So I started to attend seminar, and then of course over time, because of the program events that I do, we met the team of people like my partners Richard today, my other business partner Patrick Liu, that over time we realized that this is something so lacking in this world in 27 years ago, and we say, why not we take this and make it turn into a business, you see. And when we start doing it, when you love what you do, it just go into 27 years.
And when you talk about you chance upon this personal development part, was there something that you saw that made you click?
I was fortunate because then I was only an employee, and I do go and attend a lot of enrichment program, and then through the enrichment program I meet a lot of people, and it is really like what we say today is about who are you surrounding with, because the people you hang around with are in this area of learning and growing, and so that's how I chance upon it, you see. So I think it's very important that you know who you hang around with, you become.
So you are the average of the 6 people that you hang out with the most.
Absolutely.
So can you share with us the secret 6 people whom you hang out with the most?
Of course, first person at that time I hang around with is my husband, my business partner now, Richard Tan, the other partner, Patrick Liu, who has been really very instrumental also to train me, expose me in the area of public speaking and meeting people and all that. Other than that, I saw people that I'm very influenced by is my family members, and then the speakers that I hang around with. So in the early days, it was people really like Robert and Kim Kiyosaki, whom we started with them till today. It's like a 20 years of partnership that we become good friends. And through Robert and Kim, we really got to understand the power of personal growth and business development, financial investment, and then we become today. Last person is really, again, is like Tony Robbins and Harv Eker. These are the people who have influenced us a lot in what we do today in the area of our business ethics, work ethics, and the way we even treat people, you see.
Wow. So I realize that what you're saying is not just, my mindset has been broken through. You're talking about business ethics, you're talking about principles, you're talking about your whole way you function in terms of a business unit. So I'm very curious. In these principles that you have learned, what are the 3 that you have applied consistently in the last 27 years?
Number 1, love people. Everybody has greatness in them. So look at everybody, you see their greatness, you see their goodness, that nobody is born to be a bad person, yeah? So always look at the greatness of somebody and ask yourself, what can I do to bring the best out of this person? So it's people development. So I think one of my value we hold upon a lot in Success Resources together with my husband is that we believe in people and we value people. We look at people, not big and small, not just look at people who are really big, or in that sense, big means highly qualified or really successful. We like to look at everybody, even from the non-successful ones. We call them small people, and then coach them, build them, bring the best out of them, and that they become great, you see. So we believe in people.
Okay, so love people. Second one.
Second one is about honesty and trust. Right? That we cannot do things alone. If you don't trust your team, you don't trust people, you don't trust your partner, you don't trust the speaker, then nothing will happen. Then you'll be so careful and so cautious that then you fall into the scarcity mindset because you don't trust. So you start with trusting people first, now, and then you control risk. So then I think things can go sour, go bad. So what? Now, so most important is it is a controlled risk. You have to trust the process, trust the universe, that all will be great.
Wow. When I was doing my research about your background and your profile, I understand that you have, this journey of 27 years has never been easy. And you said control risk, right? So your struggles and your failures, and then, what are some of the things that you have gone through in business? So now we are just talking about this piece. In the 27 years, what were some of the struggles and failures you've gone through before really realizing that 100 million lives were being transformed and being in more than 20 countries?
I mean, life is not going to be a bed of roses, yeah? Whether it's personal or business. Certainly business also, we evolve from, starting as a core team and grow. Along the way, definitely we face challenges in the area of people, recruiting people, finding the wrong people, that, people at the end whom you trust did not turn out the way you wanted. And of course, some consequences were there, happened. But again, so what? You just have to learn let's say making the mistakes, and then tell yourself that the next time I would not go and make this same mistake, or would not trust this type of personality of people, and then be cautious about it. So I think we make mistakes in the area of working with wrong people, all right? And then we also make mistakes in the area of finding the wrong speakers. Sometimes we are not perfect, and although we do have a checklist, a list of criteria of which speaker to bring in, which speaker to promote, at the end, again, you can only control so much. People are people. People sometimes turn, mistrust. People get greedy, or people make mistakes. And I do have occasions that I pick the wrong speakers and they don't deliver what they promised, which resulted a bad experience with the business, that the customers are unhappy. And when the customer is unhappy, they will come to me and I'm going to be unhappy. So I think at the end, I do have struggle with speakers that I picked wrongly, but again, so what? Right, wow. Next. Right.
Wow. I love that. So what? It's like you are so positive, and I can feel the energy. You're just sitting next to you, that you are looking at these pieces like, okay, lor, just move on, right? Yeah.
Otherwise, nothing happen. You are so careful. You cannot trust this one. You cannot trust that. You're so cautious. Then nothing will happen, right? So just take action.
Yeah, but did this like intrinsic value of yours come about from your upbringing? Or did this was this like a realization along the way?
It's a little bit of both. Upbringing in the sense that first, I know I have a faith. So you have a faith, you have a God. You have a God. If you are obedient, you are faithful, I believe God will take care of us. So if you do the right thing, again, the universe will take care of us, right? So long as you are not out here to cheat, to lie, to steal, to rob, or whatever, you're doing the right thing, the universe will bless you, will open doors for you. So there is an element of certainty and trust in yourself first. Now, can I make mistakes? Of course. That's why I say, so what? Because it's an experience that made me a better person. So a lot of them is because of my faith, that I so believe that God will take us through whatever we are going through, and trust Him.
Wow. This is really good. Guys, are you getting this? Faith, all right? Have faith.
Have faith. Yeah.
Wow, this is really good. So when you talk about having faith and you are doing the business, I mean, between you and Richard, I mean, he's the face of Success Resources. And, as a woman, we're always balancing between family, the business. I mean, how do you manage all these pieces?
My favorite line is that it's true, you can't have two person at one time managing it. So I have I call it value or rules that with Richard, that I make him the head of the business, head of the family. I just stay as a neck. So the neck actually controls the head. But yet you give him what he wants to be the head. Especially sometimes, men is all about making them feel good, making them feel important, making them feel great, and feed on them. And you just stay as a neck to manage them and tell them to turn left, turn right, turn up, look down. So because of these so-called values or principles that I have with my husband, so we don't clash, we don't fight as much as, you hear a lot of people can't work together with your spouse because there's always conflicting values and conflicting instructions. So we are quite clear with that, and that sort of kept us working happily for 27 years. And
what are maybe can you share with our audience, what are the 3 top ways? Of course, being the neck is one of the ways, but how do you communicate this across? I think a lot of the women are having problems voicing out this piece of, to avoid the power struggle that's happening between relationships. How would you give them the advice?
Yeah, for me, I think it's about working in agreement. You see, everything is about by agreement. So I have pre-agreement with my team, my husband. So it doesn't matter who, with your team, with your husband, with your spouse, your partner. It's about pre-arrangement, agreement that, hey, we are a team. Okay, we need each other. And you are great at doing this, I'm great at doing this. So let's not cross boundary, yeah? And then it coupled with respect. So because you have agreement, then you respect the agreement that, okay, you do your thing, I do mine. Now, we welcome feedback. We make mistakes. So if there's a feedback, don't get upset and learn and say, okay, this is something I really am not doing the right thing, and be open to feedback, to open to learning. I feel that sort of helps me a lot to work together with my business partner, Richard, in this case, that I make it very clear, I'm not happy, I'll tell him. But very unlikely he tell me he's not happy. More often it's me who say, oh, you should not do this, you should not do that. But I don't do it in front of the meetings, I do it at home. So I always do it off the room, meeting rooms and all that, and I'll give him my feedback and make my point very, very clear to say that, I think we should not do this, we should do that, offer solution. And I'm sure he will accept the solution or even input from me. So that has always been my style, to communicate with him by being I speak up. I don't keep quiet. If I'm not happy, I also will tell him I'm not happy. But I will respect what he wants to do and let him do it. But I will make my point I'm not happy, and I think it's not best decision. And then how do I communicate with him? I think this is not just to communicate with my business partner. I think it's a way of communication with men and also with everybody. It's always to get their attention, to get them present. You know, so for me, men is, you know, the way they think they're all over the places. They're, you know, they're not here for you when he's thinking of something else. Even you want his attention, they won't. So the only way for you is to find the right time to talk to them.
And how do you find that moment?
I will say, darling, can you look at me? Are you free to talk to me now? You ask for it.
Wow. So it's actually that simple.
Yeah.
We ask.
We ask for it but most of us assume and thinking that we're sitting like that, I tell you something. And that's why he doesn't register, he doesn't get it. That's why sometimes he say, did you say that? It's a common thing, right? I'm sure in communication. Did you say that? I say, I did. But he wasn't present for you. So definitely he did not register the message that you want to tell him. So getting his attention, getting their focus is very important. It applies to everything we do, communication with everybody, not just with your spouse.
Wow. I think this is something that we all can learn from, which is to get the attention and then deliver that message at the right moment.
Exactly. Timing too, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, moods.
That's very true, moods.
Especially you want him to buy you that diamond ring, the handbag. It's mood.
Ladies, are you getting that? It's all about mood. Okay, that's very, very good. Okay, so that both of you travel. I mean, I know that both of you travel a lot. I mean, how do you keep that, you know, spark going? You know, I mean, you're not always there for each other all the time. How do you keep that spark going?
You have the latest invention, that is your iPhone. Okay, so today's technology, if you are apart, it doesn't matter really. It's about constant communication. I mean, sometimes if somebody lives with you 365 days beside you, you also have problems, right? So for me, I like, both of us like the idea that we do travel. When we are apart, we have our space. Richard always say, I like to have the space. So okay lah, that's why I say sleep outside then. But otherwise, you know, so when we travel apart, if Richard travels, I'm at home, I will have a lot of space to do my own things. Like, you know, going to the spa, going shopping, and then visit my mother, going out with my girlfriends. So, you know what I mean? So I find a lot. I'm happy with that he's not around, that I don't have to really force him to do things that he may not like to do or want to do. So I find that I am not complaining because I have the space. Similarly, if I travel and everywhere I go, I have to stay alone in the hotel or in the apartment. I have the space to do everything I want to do, you know, in the area of, like, say, I could turn the radio as loud as I like. I can put on the YouTube inspirational video as loud as I like. Even round the clock, nobody can stop me. So, but if you have somebody in the house, you have to respect that they are around, that, you know, not everyone to listen to what you want to listen, do what you want to do. So for me, I feel that both of us always talk about it, and we have no problem to travel and stay apart. And on top of that, as I say, you know, the handphone is such a powerful tool that, you know, Richard texts me, we text each other a lot, even we are away. He sends me things that he eats. He sends me flower every day through the phone, you know, just to brighten my day. I say, today I'm sending you a yellow rose to brighten your day. And, you know, things like that. And sometimes he's stuck in ordering what to eat. He take a picture of the menu and say, darling, can you choose a food for me? So it doesn't matter where you are, really.
Wow.
I could still support him in that way. So we have fun doing this.
Wow, this is so cool, you know.
Quite cool, right?
Yeah, I think this is very cool.
Can you imagine he sends me a menu? Oh dear, what shall I eat today? So he said, look, okay, just order salmon, no carbo for you, you know. So it's quite fun. So I think we play a lot in this way to keep that spark, like you say.
Yeah.
That we still need each other where we are. We still think of each other.
Yeah, because usually the perception is if you're business partners while you're a spouse, you'll be like, oh, so serious about everything. But look at the way you're explaining to me, I'm like, wow, it's
we play
fun,
fun.
you communicate, you kind of like still maintain that childlike qualities that I think is so pure and so real. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I say you need to have fun in your life. Life is not all about work, play.
Yeah.
It's a balance. Yeah. So for me, it works for me.
And talking about keeping a balance and having this relationship and then moving to the business aspect, having run such a big business right now, how does your day typically look like?
My day, I typically will wake up around 7:30, and I will normally pray. I know sometimes some people say meditate. I pray, and then the weakness I have is I don't exercise as much as Richard. He will exercise. I don't. My day is really because I run a very global operation that it's a bit pity. I get a bit overboard and carried away. When I wake up in the morning, first thing I will look at my phone after what my prayer and I get everything done. Why? Because Europe, London is still operating. So I tend to look at, who's looking for me? Somebody may want something. So I tend to jump onto the phone and check what's happening, and I try to clear that for them. And so my typical day is that I start my day, if I'm in Singapore, I will look at Europe's time zone, and if I'm in Europe, I'll look at Asia time zone, just to finish the important thing for that part of the world. And then I come back, we start work at 9, so we leave the office for office around by 8:30 to be on time. We like to lead by example and be on time for the team here. So, and then the day is to look through again what I need to do to support the local team, and then with meetings in between, and I meet up with my key managers, what they need to do, what support they need from me, and then time just flies. And because again I manage a lot of global team, some in South Africa will be looking for me, someone in Europe is looking for me, someone in US and Australia will be looking for me. So I seem to have such a long day. I don't want to say so much time. We all have 24 hours same, but I have a long day in the sense that I find that it's very productive. Meaning I start my day, and I also don't end my day normally. I go home at typically 8, and then I still continue to work at times up to 1 a.m.
I can see that you're very hands-on from what you're telling me. I'm hearing that you're very hands-on. You meet the teams, you handle the global operations, you meet the key personnel across the different countries. But what are the 3 productivity hacks that you use every single day to keep your day going?
Hacks? What do you mean by hacks?
Like, for example, do you use some technology tools or something to keep you in sync?
I basically, of course, I do have a daily checklist and what I want to do important, yeah. I always put my time to focus on building relationship. So meaning, again, it could be building relationship with business partners, building relationship with your team members, key members, new members. So I do have a track to check that these are people I want to work perpetually, focus on, Other than that, I really, again, I depend on my mobile phone a lot, or the scheduling of my time to operate between Europe time zone and Asia time zone, and spread out and allocate my time through the control of a time to-do list, And I'm very versatile, and I don't mind working a bit long hours just to support the team.
Okay. Do you read any books?
No, I don't. I don't like read books. I'm visual.
Visual. You watch a lot of videos.
Yeah, I'm visual and audio. Not. I don't
like to read.
I say if I want to read a book, I will check the ebook down.
Yeah, the audio books, right?
I will listen to the audio.
I agree. Like podcasting,
Yes.
audio books is the way to
Yes.
go. Even for me as well, because on the bus or on the train, it's so easy.
Exactly. So you can do it anytime, any place. I don't have to carry the book. I don't. Sometimes you forget to bring a book, then you seem to be lost. So
And sometimes there's too many books at home. The dust is actually piling up.
I like to talk about that. This Jim Rohn say that buying book is only shelf development, not self development.
Wow.
Shelf development.
Applause. Self development, not self development. This is very good. Okay, so when we talk about, now we talk about self-development. I mean, like right now, there's so many self-development courses out there for a beginner who is like looking out, for a woman who is starting out. She has a family, she has, not a lot of time. She's like looking for something to break through. What would be the first 2 courses or 2 places or 2 seminars they must look into?
If I'm selfish and talk about only seminar by Success Resources, then you have to come to this coming Rich Women Masterclass. It's a program for all women only. So I think if you are listening, then if you want to get started, that would be a good program for you to get started. It's a 2-day program, and I know you yourself, Janisha, will be speaking. And I think for new startups and people, it's about first learn to be self-aware of who you are. Because a lot of us don't even understand ourselves, and how can we then start to help other people? How do you then start to be a better person that you can impact other people? So I think first starts with yourself, yeah. So there are many courses that you can take on an area of understanding self, and communication skills is very important. So know yourself first, very important. Courses on anything on personal development. Besides Rich Woman, I like to recommend the other program called the Millionaire Mind Intensive. It's a 3-day program to understand your belief system about money. Because to know what you believe of money is actually because of your personal upbringing and belief that created you to believe everything about money. So I really like that program so much. It's very low entry because the purpose of the event is for us to bless people, to take away the fear of having to spend a lot of money. And for 3 days, come and just learn and understand yourself, why you believe about certain things the way it's because of your upbringing. You need to change that, unlearn and relearn, you know what I mean? So I think for me, Millionaire Mind is very important. Not other than that, the other program is Unleash the Power Within by Tony Robbins that we just completed. Again, the first thing you start the program, we do nothing but ask you to walk the fire.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 4-day program. Day 1 already, we ask you to walk on fire. Why? Because the fundamental of what's holding us back in doing everything is fear. So the first thing Tony wants you to do is learn to overcome fear by showing you that you can actually walk over the fire, which is not going to harm you. But if you dare to do it, you will believe that you can do everything.
Wow. And for women like us, I mean, you have your success, your career, your company. Are there still fears that's up to today holding you in some ways? Or perhaps some of the fears that have held you back before and you have broken through these self-development courses?
I think there's always fear, in things we do. There's always, sometimes you have self-doubt. And then I say, we fear that, am I trusting this person or not? Am I making the right decision or not? Again, definitely that this thing happen, but we say that if you have fear, you have to act in spite of fear and just do it. And of course, we all pray you made the right decision. But if you made the wrong decision, you won't die, And I pray this decision don't lose a lot of money, but you can afford to lose. And then I always believe you can afford to lose, but the better attitude is whatever I lost, I must know how to fight it back and get it back. That means I made a mistake, the next time I do, I must be better. So much better that I can recover my past, I can make up for my past, you know what I mean? So yeah. I'm a great believer of take action in spite of fear and take action in spite of self-doubt. And because if you dwell on that, then nothing happened, then you only make you worse, right?
Yeah. And congrats for winning the Global Woman Inspirational Award. I think that's really amazing. Can you share with us what is your vision moving forward? Because now you're the queen of inspiration. You know, you want to inspire more women and people to transform their lives through, first, having awareness.
I think nothing will change in what I'm going to do because, like I said, what I do is a way of life. So it's part of my life that I do this every day. So I'm not looking at it as a job or as a work. So I just live my life, you know. Can be sound like monotonous, but getting up, coming to work, helping the team, inspiring people, running events, I'll still do the same. And because I know there's still a lot of people out there who have not been exposed to personal development. So I think there's so much more work for Success Resources to do, not just Singapore but worldwide. You know, I mean, I think we just finished a program in South Africa with Robert Kiyosaki, with 3,000 people. People are still so hungry. Wow. We just completed a program in Dubai, Brazil, with Tony Robbins for 9,000 people. Same thing. Everybody at the end says, "Can you come? Can you do more?" And you know. And next month we are going to Israel with Tony Robbins again, and I think there'll be 8,000 people. So I think that we won't stop in what we're doing. The work we can't stop because we keep on believing we have a mission on changing people's life through our mission, through the work we do, through the seminar, the education that we brought to different parts of the world with our speakers. So I won't stop. You know, it's just next where, you know?
Yeah. So for a woman who is a little bit sitting on the fence, she's still thinking about life, maybe she's working, she's looking for the next step, what are maybe 3 steps that they can take immediately?
Okay, if you are that woman, I just want to say that, you know, remember this, be careful of these things, yeah, number 1. So be careful of who you learn from, is who you become. So example, if you learn cooking, you end up as a chef, right? If you learn driving, you become a driver. And if you want to learn to play golf, you become a golfer. So you be careful what you learn, yeah? So if you're not learning anything in the area of investment, you think you can be an investor? You can't. If you're not learning anything about business, how can you be a business owner, right? So if you want to learn how to become a business owner, go learn something about doing business, right? So these are things, be careful on things that you learn, people that you learn from, yeah? So it's very important. Second thing to be very careful is who you surround yourself with, okay? So I know we women love to click. We love to shop. We love to go to the spa. But there's also another part of life that we learn. We can connect, we network, we can do business together, we can grow together. And it's not just about having a lot of fun and spend money, but there are moments that we can be learning, sharing with each other, empowering each other as women. So surround yourself with, if you are women, I say empowering women, and I'm sure that's what, Janisha, you're doing a lot of women's work. I'm doing a lot of women empowering work with Global Women Club, that I feel that women need to surround themselves with each other, to support each other, to encourage each other, to realize that we are all in the same boat. And if you can do it, so can I. Yeah. Or shall we do it together? Then we all got no fear, right?
Correct.
Yeah, let's do it together. I think many women fall in the trap of competing with each other.
Oh, high five, man.
Oh, I don't like, she has a better handbag than me.
Oh.
She wears a better pair of shoes than me.
She's more successful than me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think more women like, somehow we make that mistake.
Yeah.
Instead of looking at another woman and say, if she is so successful and great, what can I learn from her? And hang around her, right? Get to know her. I think that way it only empowers you, the tools, the environment for you to become a better person than to compete, right? So I think what you are doing, what we are doing, we are on the right track. We just need to encourage more women out there to come forth, to join us, to let's say, I'm sure we can learn from them too.
Yes.
It's not just learning from us. You know what I mean? I believe that everybody has something to teach.
Correct. Because alone you are strong.
That's
Together
right.
we are unstoppable.
We are unstoppable. Okay?
Yeah, we are unstoppable.
I always say one woman can change the world.
Yeah.
How? If you give birth to a son or a daughter, that you turn them to queens and kings, right?
Power.
Right.
So Veronica, share with us the Global Women Club that you're forming here in Singapore.
Oh, so you heard about that?
Yes, of course, I've done my research, okay? I do my homework.
Okay, so when I was in London, when I met this founder of Global Women Club, Mirella Sula, and when I was awarded with the Inspiration Award, I sort of realized that I have a lot of things I need to share. I've always been at the back of the room, keeping quiet, and it was through Mirella and the Global Women Club that pushes me to say, you're very selfish, you're not sharing what you know, and you're just at the back scene trying to organize this, organize that to get away in life. But I think you need to share what you do. You've done so much. So that's all a wake-up call for me to say, yes, quite true, but then of course I have to be comfortable in doing that. So through the Global Women Club, I got to know a lot of other women through their breakfast meeting, in the evening meeting, that it's exactly what I'm doing in what my business is about, empowering people, changing people's lives, but this time to women, and then I start to think that if that's the case, I might as well join the Global Women Club to share the same vision and mission instead of trying to create something on my own. And I mean, again, I say we need to unite. Correct. All women, and not to, for, again, ego or whatever. I want to have my own, yeah. So I decided that I shall be the ambassador for Global Women Club, and I got very active. I participated in a lot of meetings. Mirella has been nice to push me always on the stage, just to share, unprepared, just to put my name there even without my consent, say, you're going to come and speak. Then I have to fly all the way to Italy, Rome, Albania, wherever, just because she made a commitment and I had to support her. So over the last 3 years, I saw finally also be a better person, also become more upfront in speaking up what I know, and I love to continue. Then the next thing is, I've seen the last 3 years, Global Women Club has grown tremendously in Europe, UK, and how do I complete the globalization together with Mirella is to bring it to Asia, which then it can be known as a truly global club. So I saw an opportunity that if we are doing a Rich Women Masterclass in London, we did it together with Global Women Club's partnership, and then I took it to India, Chennai, and then if it's coming to Singapore, I think it's only natural. I'd like to take this opportunity together with Mirella Sula. I'm going to invite her here, and we will launch the Global Women Club in Singapore at the Rich Women Club Masterclass.
So who can join?
Everybody, of course. As long as you're a woman, and I know men also wants to join. But we like only women to join because...
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, sorry, guys. We want to create a very safe environment for women to be together, to speak up, to express themselves. That sometimes with the men around, we just feel a bit inferior. We feel less important or lesser than them, which you should not. We are equal, if not better. But safe. We want to make it safe. That it's a time you get together to speak, to learn to communicate, to do public speaking. If you are a business, you have a business, you're allowed to share your business, pitch your business, practice your sales pitch. And if you don't have a business, it's all about presentation, communication, that it's a breakfast meeting or an evening meeting that members get together to share what they want to share. And a lot of them network, do business together, start businesses together. If not for anything, we go shopping and spa together. So it's a place for women to feel safe to come and encourage each other to grow together too.
Great. So all these information will be placed in the show notes, so don't worry about that. Last question. What is your favorite quote that keeps you going every single morning?
Wow, so many. I like to use this one that fight for your dreams and your dreams will fight for you. So be brave, dare to dream, dream big. And then when you dream, you don't just let it be. Yeah? You have to fight for it, meaning you must go after it. And I can assure you, because you focus, you go after your dream, that's how dreams come true to you. So similarly, you fight for it, the dream will fight for you. It's always, everything is a reciprocity, polarity of two. So it's not sitting, I dream of this and nothing, and you expect something to drop from heaven, you know. So fight for it. If you want something, fight for it, okay, and it will happen to you. So I like to, one of my favorite quote, I try to affirm myself, if I have a dream, fight for it, and the dream will fight for you.
Wow. So where can the audience find you if they would like to connect with you? Are you on social media?
I think I am.
Yes, you are. You're on LinkedIn for sure.
I'm on LinkedIn, which I don't really very active, but I think I'm very active on my Instagram now. Instagram, I think, is Veronica Global, and I'm on my Facebook. I have a page called Women You Can Have It All.
Wow.
And it's on my Facebook page.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will go grab the links and then I'll put it also in the show notes. Well, thank you very much, Veronica. It's been a pleasure, chatting with you.
Pleasure
I think
is mine.
really have learned so much within just a very short session, and I'm really very inspired.
I mean, I hope I can be of help. And I say a shout out is, if you are listening in, you have not signed up for our Rich Women
yes.
Masterclass, I can assure you, you won't regret. Why? Because I've done it in London, India, and it has raving feedback. And trust me that, Kim Kiyosaki and her team of friends, including Janisha and other speakers that we have brought in, will only share with you what we have gone through, so that you don't have to go through what we have gone through. You don't have to make the mistake what we have made. It's a fast track for you, a shortcut for you. And, so what better way to learn than to learn from other people's mistake, or rather to learn from us that if we can do it, we're ordinary people, right? Of course, you're better like you. I think you're Miss Singapore or something like that.
I missed Singapore, missed.
No, former Miss Singapore. So I'm sure, we all have equally a lot to learn from you. So my call is to everyone who's listening in, please come and join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Right?
So success is never about glorious wins. It's all about taking a step back and allowing other women to shine as well. Rich Woman event is the platform to be a part of, so that you can be a part of movement of the F word. Being fabulous, having freedom, and financial independence. My name is Janisha Alora, signing off for Soul Rich Woman TV. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so honored that we are connected, and I hope that I can continue to serve you as you build your dreams. And if you love this episode, and I hope that you did, rate it 5 stars. Give us that glowing review, because it will help more women around the world finding the Soul Rich Woman podcast. Alone you are strong, together we are unstoppable. Now share this with every woman who needs it, because this is how we are changing the world, one woman at a time. As always, get out of your comfort zone and go towards the dreams you've always wanted to achieve. For women who love the F word, being fabulous, having freedom, and financial independence. My dear soul rich woman, sending you my love, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.